in one of them, I tried to tag a person named Papstio, and it says this is a private account, and it wouldn't let me tag Papstio, but I just put @Papstio anyway in there. So who knows? But, like, this is so bizarre. Like, the last post I did last week on YouTube for shorts was the most views I had ever had on a post ever, and the first one I did from my podcast with you, when I went and looked like 2 hours later, had 1 view, and by the end of the night, it had 2 views. And I'm like, how do I go from my most views ever to my fewest views ever? What happened? Like, what happened? And then the other post I made later in the day ended up about average. So it was just like comical in regards to that. But I hope you're able to see some of those and tag yourself in those, or I try to tag you. So hopefully you see those as I post more of those later today and the rest of the week. So, and if you guys had not seen, the little scroll there tells you Papstio's podcast came out yesterday, and there are a couple of podcasts coming up. There's a couple of podcasts coming up. Okay. 1 Corinthians 13. If I speak in the tongues of men and of angels, but I do not have love, I am a noisy gong or a clanging cymbal. And if I have prophecy and know all mysteries and all knowledge, and if I have all faith so that I can remove mountains, but do not have love, I am nothing. If I give away everything I own, and if I give over my body in order to boast, but I do not have love, I receive no benefit. Love is patient. Love is kind. It is not envious. Love does not brag. It does not get puffed up. It is not rude. It is not self-serving. It is not easily angered or resentful. It is not glad about injustice, but rejoices in the truth. It bears all things, believes all things, hopes all things, endures all things. Love never fails. But if if there are prophecies, they will be set aside. If if there are tongues, they will cease. If there is knowledge, it will be set aside. For we know in part, we prophesy in part. But when what is perfect comes, the partial will be set aside. When I was a child, I talked like a child. I thought like a child. I reasoned like a child. But when I became an adult, I put aside childish ways. For now we see in a mirror indirectly, but then we will see face to face. Now I know in part, but then I will know fully, just as I have been fully known. And now there are these 3 things remain: faith, hope, and love. But the greatest of these is love. All right, no doubt this is a very familiar passage to everybody. So I think Paul starts out here not believing that such a thing exists, like if I speak in the tongues of men and angels. I don't think that Paul is saying he can, or that anybody could speak in an angelic tongue. I know some people equate and understand this as saying that speaking in tongues is speaking the angelic language. I don't think that's what Paul's saying whatsoever. I think he is being absurd and saying that something that's impossible, even if I had the capacity to do it, would not make me better than you. That's what I think he's doing. I don't think he believes that people can speak an angelic tongue. I think he's being ridiculous here, or sarcastic, and saying, like, I'm just trying to think of something that would be so, like, if I was able to fly, Like, if I had the gift of flight, like, people can't fly. But what about Superman? What about all these action heroes? What about all of these mythological... No, you can't. So it would be like that. If Paul said, if I could fly like an angel, or if I could fly like an eagle, he's talking about speaking in the tongues of men. So if I had the ability to speak every language on the planet and also BT dubs speak angelic tongue, but I don't have love, I'm a noisy gong and a clanging cymbal. His point in all of this is anything without love sucks. Like a clanging gong, a noisy cymbal. Yeah, boy, I wish I had something I could make that one work today. I don't really think I do. This won't make enough noise, but yeah, that's not gonna make enough noise. If I just was making a constant ruckus and noise, you know, like nobody wants to listen to it. So that noisy thing that's just there all the time is horrible. Nobody wants it. So he's comparing his value to something of no value, even if he had an extreme amount of thing well beyond what he has. Yeah, you have the elusive invisible cap today. And if I have prophecies and I know all the mysteries and all knowledge and all faith and can move mountains and I have love, I am nothing. So he's equating to the most magnificent thing that you can think of and say, I have not love. I equal nothing. I can do all of these things. I do everything for the kingdom. I'm boasting about my body. I'm giving it over to punishment and to the evil people to do whatever they want, but I have not love. I didn't receive any benefit. If I'm doing all things out of selfish ambition, if I have every spiritual gift that is out there, if I have the all knowledge of the universe, like, no matter what I chase after that I want to quantify that I have the most of, if I have the most flat caps, if I have the most water bottles, if I have the most money, if I have the most viewers, and I have not love, what benefit is of it? What is the benefit of it? There isn't any, okay? Paul is establishing that they're arguing, and they had been, about many things. And what they have not demonstrated throughout the book, if everything he's correcting, is they do not love one another. They have no love for one another. They are selfish, self-centered, like we were just talking about when you go to do communion. Some of you are getting drunk, and some of you are gorging out on the food. That's one of the things he was correcting. They were not loving one another, and he's going to bring them back to love as the thing that they need to have. So now he's saying, like, what I want to lead you to is love is the most valuable thing. So now that he's done that, he's going to describe love. Now, this is the word agape, and it's self-sacrificial love. Some older translations will translate this as charity, and going in that direction as an act that you do that is the benefit of someone else, not of yourself. So that is a viable translation. I do like that. We use love to talk about pizza, so this is not what it's talking about. Also, with love, I like to think about it as equals. Not these are the things that love can do. No, just if we want to describe what love is, how do we see love? Patience, kindness, not envious, not bragging, not puffed up, not rude, not self-serving. Oh yeah, not self-serving. Not easily angered or resentful, not glad about injustice, rejoicing in the truth, bearing all things, believing all things, hoping all things, enduring all things, and never ending. That's how he ends up, mentioning it. Yeah, don't mess with pizza. Yeah, I'm just saying, I'm not sacrificing somebody's life to get a pizza. That's what I'm saying. I'm not sacrificing my life to get pizza. I will sacrifice my life for someone else's life, but not for pizza. I do not love pizza enough to do that. I will not lay my life down for pizza. I will lay my life down for people, not pizza. So, so thinking about it, love equals patience. Love equals being kind. Love equals not being envious. Love equals not bragging, not being puffed up, not being rude, not being self-serving, not being easily angered, not being resentful, not being glad about injustice, but rejoicing in the truth, bearing all things, believing all things, hoping all things, enduring all things, and never ending. So that's how Paul is trying to lay out the case here for love. And he's identifying the things that he sees lacking in the church in Corinth. This is not an exhaustive list. It's not a check the box. I have all these things. Boom, I have love. I can go do anything else I want. In addition to this, it might be negative as long as I had all of those things. No, you can't. He's talking about the qualities of love, a way to describe love. He is not exhaustive in his description of it. Now he's going to go again to the argument that they're having about being spiritually gifted. If there are prophecies, they will be set aside. If there are tongues, they will cease. So the two best spiritual gifts are going to cease and be put aside. If there is knowledge, it will be set aside. We know, so even the third best one. We know in part, we prophesy in part, but when what is perfect comes, the partial will be set aside. So when Christ returns, there'll be no need for prophecy. There'll be no need for knowledge. There'll be no need for tongues when Christ returns. So all of those things will cease. And he's going to chide them a little bit here by way of saying, when I was a kid, I used to think some dumb things. But, I was a kid, and so kids think dumb things. And now that I'm an adult, I have to stop thinking dumb things like kids do. Got to stop. And then he uses another metaphor here. Looking in a mirror indirectly, but we're going to see face to face. So like you can see out of the corner of your eye, it's over there. You can get a glimpse of it, but we're going to go face to face with the one, not just seeing partially. So we know in part, we will know fully. We will be fully known. And of the three things that we could focus on, which are better than all the spiritual gifts, faith, hope, and love, the greatest is love. The greatest is love. I mean, he is trying to elevate it. Do you have faith? Yeah. Do you have hope for the future? Yeah. But you know what? In the future, and I think he goes into this in the next passage a little bit, so I don't want to go too deep. But if I have faith that something will happen, as soon as it happens, I no longer have faith because it's happened. If I'm hopeful for something to come about, I have hope. Once it's come about, I have no hope. But if I love someone and I'm hoping for something, if I have faith in something, and then they both happen, I still can maintain love when it has happened. The thing I was faithful to see happen, or the thing I was hoping would happen, love can still exist on the other side of faith and hope. That's why he's saying it is the greatest. It is the greatest!